story for the Independent Public Schools Initiative is a very positive one. In a survey of all West Australian principals, it was very clear that principals overall who were involved in the initiative believed that the initiative had a very positive effect on their school. In particular, they believed that it influenced the school climate, not only in terms of what was happening within the school in terms of teaching and learning, but also with the community overall. They described feeling much more empowered in their process, and as a consequence, principals felt that they could actually empower staff. They were really motivated by the notions of being able to take some responsibility for assigning budgets, for bringing staff into the schools that fitted the culture of their particular schools. The principals themselves actually felt much more professional or in control of their careers, and in some way this led to a greater sense of self-worth and self-efficacy. The principals believed that they could pass on some of these qualities to their teachers. It was interesting to note that the schools overall said that they had much more engagement with their communities as a consequence, and there was this sense of greater pride in the school and greater pride in the community. From our perspective, the idea behind the West Australian initiative was certainly had great validity within the evidence. The theory and the direction that the program was taking was a direction that the principals themselves, that certainly the department was keen to move in and had a lot of support. So where to next? How could this initiative be enhanced? And overwhelmingly the schools felt that because they were much more motivated, challenged and engaged in the idea, that they could see that they could now capitalise on the potential within the school to actually focus on what was happening more in the classroom. So once the school climate was in place, it was thought that the initiative would have much greater effect at a classroom level and possibly for student achievement. It's interesting to note as well that the research around the area said that you need quite a bit of time, from a period of 5 to 8 years, before you would see any impact on student outcomes. But the principal's perception was that this was actually starting to happen already. So overall, the evaluation illustrated that the conditions for improvement in student achievement, for attendance, behaviour, enrolment in schools, was that the schools were probably at a place where you would see over the next 3 to 5 years some considerable change in what was happening within the West Australian schools.